Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we get started, we're going to give all glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth, and peace and salutations to the elect feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, with sincerity, truth, and with charity. Yahweh is the true name of the Heavenly Father, which the world ignorantly calls God. Bahashem means in the name of, and Yahushai is the true name of the Son, which the world ignorantly calls JC. His true name is Yahushai in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. And once again, Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. I'm the brother Barak. I'm here with the brother Yawasab. And Lord willing, once again, this will be an edifying lesson. And we're going to be speaking about, soon you're going to see basically the pride in these women are going to be taken away, right? Because these women are in the spirit right now. They think they're, they think they're basically some prized possession. When really, and the elder brother, Kawaya from Great Millstone, Chicago, he says that these women are worth 2 dead flies, and that's what these women are worth. They're really not worth anything, bro. These wicked women, they think there's something special. Really, the only thing that's special is what? The men of the Lord, right? The body of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And if you're not with the body of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, you're going to be missile food. You want to read this picture?
Yeah, so it says, woman sends back $2,000 gift because she knows her worth. Other men will spend the bag on me. Ladies, how would you respond? So basically, the guy sends a message. And, you got to take this with a grain of salt. Sometimes they could be faking it, but we know that there's many Keishas out there that they're so prideful and they're so puffed up that they don't get a gift like this, $2,000, that's a lot of money now. It's still worth something. But these women are so used to people just throwing money at them, throwing dollars at them.
Oh, bro, they want iPhones. These whores, they want, and they're ugly as fuck too. They want iPhones and they want bags, and they expect $10,000. Meanwhile, they're over here, they're fucking 300 goddamn pounds. They don't cook, they don't clean, and then they're not even virgins or anything, and then they're all here wearing white dresses, thinking they're all some sort of special. They're waiting for a $100,000 wedding ceremony. Let's bring out some precepts because I don't want to actually. Yeah. So first let's bring out Isaiah 32:9, right? It says, and let's bring out the KJV version, right? This is what's coming. Isaiah 32 verse 9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease, and hear my voice, ye careless daughters, and give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. Ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones, and strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, and for the pleasant fields, and for the fruitful vine." And this is what the spit is going to come on to the women. You are so used to getting benefits from this society. You have food stamps, child support, housing, right? All that shit's going to be taken away from you, bro. And it's going to be so bad out here, right? When Jacob's trouble escalates, where you women are either going to be with the men of the Lord, or you're going to be out here finished. You're going to be getting cooked alive, raped, right? Gang raped. What else? You're getting your fucking, your house robbed in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? You have precepts? Go ahead.
I got a precept in the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 21. "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, nor ever shall be." And if we look up the definition of tribulation, it means a cause of great trouble or suffering, a state of great trouble or suffering. And these women are going to be in the pinnacle of the most suffering they've ever experienced in their life. Most of these women, they've been around some pretty wicked ass niggas and gangsters, but they haven't experienced where they taste death like they will very, very soon. Seeing people die around them, seeing stinking dead bodies, seeing their little kids get torn into pieces. Because listen, this is the thing, man. Keisha and a lot of these corny women out there will go around with their chest puffed up. They have 2 different baby daddies, 3 different baby daddies, a bunch of kids. They cheat the system. they take advantage of men, and they walk around, with their head puffed up. And I have this precept in the book of Ecclesiastes 26-25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Okay, so dog meaning bitch. A lot of these bitches are out here, man, and we're gonna just keep it plain and simple. If you don't like it, you can tune off, man, because a lot of you won't need to hear it straight. And shamefaced is feeling of expressing shame or embarrassment. So it says that a woman that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A woman that's humble, a woman that's meek. And there's a balance. The Lord created good and evil. So the scriptures do say, out of 1,000 men I found one righteous, but out of a woman I found none. That's not to say that there's no righteous woman out there, but it's
just rare.
Extremely rare.
And don't worry though, because in the kingdom you're gonna get these women back, and it's gonna be none of these dirty, disgusting, just nasty monsters.
Yeah, because.
Can I real quick align my video? Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah, but you're gonna get back, tenfold in the kingdom, because a lot of us right now, we do deal with a woman. She's not really our woman, all right? She's been with other men before. There's always in the back of her head the thoughts of her dealing with another man, whether it be big or small, because, she's went through that. And, our women are defiled. We live in an adulterous generation.
We have all these different DNA, from these different people. You know what I'm saying?
And
on top of that, she's over here watching pornography. And then she's over here watching these TV shows and movies where they're doing all these things like anal sex, and she's, seeing these crazy things. You know what I'm saying? They're watching over, just wickedness, bro.
Like wicked sex.
Every movie you're seeing some, incest, adulterous shit, bro.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Just some fucking crazy shit. Yep. People running trains on each other, and two gay people. And every movie has to have some fucking faggot, some gay person, or some lesbian. You know what I'm saying?
Little twink, like some stupid little fucking Twinkie cake. And we're just saying it how it is, man. We hate you fucking.
So there's no. It's very rare to come across somebody who's a sincere woman on this side, but when this calamity happens, you're gonna see the demeanor and the pride of these women be taken away, the demeanor change, right? But the Lord also has a lot of these wicked women reserved for judgment, right? Because the Lord he reserved the judgment for these ungodly ass people, and he sees a lot of these women. You can tell, man. The Lord, he knows these women are just disgusting and useless. I got something. This is Proverbs 30 verse 20. It says, "Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and says, I have done no wickedness." And I have a picture real quick. I'm going to play it, okay? It says, this is from the brother GMS, Prince Awad. It says, this woman says, "I'd rather do sneaky links and just have fun than be in a defined relationship." And this woman's 55-year-old celebrity. I believe she's 55 years old. You 55 goddamn years old, and you're still over here. You're admitting you're a fucking whore, right? So these women, they eat they eateth, right? What they're eating that rod from all these different people. Yeah. They wiped their mouth and said, "I've done nothing wrong."
They think that they're doing a good thing, when in reality, man, in the sight of the Lord, in the sight of righteousness, they're doing the complete and utter opposite.
And you see a lot of these punk ass losers. Now what? They're here. There are women going to these different massage parlors, different concerts, different ways, personal trainers, different ways to just be adulterous, right? Then they have 50 different messages from 50 different people, right? This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 26:12. "And she will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler, and when he had found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow." Right? That's speaking about these women. They're basically opening their body for whoever, right? Because they believe it. Esau has put in this mindset in them, through this feminism philosophy, that it's empowering. The more people they have sex with, they can be freedom, right? That they can do whatever they want.
I Revelation 18 and 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. And me and the brother were talking about it earlier. You see a lot of these girls when they're young, when they're, let's just say of marriageable age, but the point is in this generation, that's not happening, right? But the point is they're doing stuff with whoever at a very young age, and they have friends around them that almost want them to do it.
And then
so they're let me just finish. They're giving in, they're pushing their friends into doing this wickedness. And you'll even see, man, in colleges, you'll have situations where, you might have a woman that hasn't been defiled yet, but she gets around some really wicked-ass woman, and then they convince her to do that, and then it's all game over. And why, man? Because we're living in Babylon the Great. It's a habitation of different devils and spirits, and a lot of these people, man, have these spirits on them heavy, and they're pushing these spirits onto other people. These spirits are hopping onto other people because ultimately they don't have the Lord Yahweh Shai, so they're on the left-hand side. They have devils occupying them.
Yeah, and these people, like I was gonna say, these people, they have, they be, a certain age, and then by the time they hit 18, they have people around them, like these different young women streamers or, popular women YouTubers. They turn 18, they instantly open up an OnlyFans account, and, they're getting millions of fucking dollars. And sometimes, you might even have their parents convincing them to do it, or their friends around them, their boyfriend. And then they want to, part of their money, right? So, this whole place is set up for these whores to basically, they're most of them are set up for destruction regardless, but they're basically what, they're set up from every corner to basically what, just be, disgusting. I have the book of Ezekiel 9 verse 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, and this is speaking about the judgment now. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite, and let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. Notice how it says women twice here, right? It says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. And then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. And this is speaking about that mark of his exemption, which is, I believe it's in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, tawab, which basically mean it's a mark of exemption, right? And so, but these women, right? A lot of them they don't have that, so they're gonna be fucking destroyed. And that just them. This scripture right here mentioning women twice, it shows you that there's a very vast judgment coming for these women. The Lord did not forget. He does not forget, bro. And the thing is, I mentioned to this brother, like, the scriptures talk about how an adulterous woman shall be put to death. Yeah. So, imagine how many of these women in America are adulterous, good majority of them, right? So most of these women are going to be put to death. You know what I'm saying? Lord, he's very orchestrated with his judgment. So we're going to see these things play out, just because judgment isn't executed speedily, right? Doesn't mean it's not going to happen, right? Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
Where Esau's kingdom right now. So this devil and his rules and the set of legislations that he puts in place makes it to where these women have more of an authority over men. This is the book of Jeremiah 31 and 25. Actually, Slocket, let me go back a few verses. Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long will thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. So we see these examples, a woman will get with a man, she'll take half of his assets, have an affair with somebody younger, or just find somebody else, leave him 20 years in a marriage, family, kids. This man has put everything into providing and keeping his family afloat, and then she just decides to just go out for a drink with her coworker
And the government's if they favor that.
is in favor of that. And,
Yeah.
and here's the thing, man. It's like that is completely off, man, in so many different ways. And these women just taking advantage of the system, child support, to the point where they're using the fact of them having kids to basically just get money and just spend it on other shit. So you don't think the Lord, He sees this?
They don't even want actually to do what they were made for to begin with, was have children. They don't actually want to do that anymore. The only reason they will do that is to literally take, mostly for a financial gain. Then if they do get their money, a lot of them end up just being deadbeat, dirty mothers, right? And the thing is, going back to what you were saying, a woman shall compass a man, and you're seeing the spirit of men bowing down to the women during a wedding, men apologizing to women all the time, right? Another thing, women basically, what's it called? They're having multiple partners while they get to tell their man, their husband, oh, you can only have one, only one wife.
Or even to the point where like they'll be giving their man a hard time if he's following a bunch of different women, but then this bitch has 20 different men in their DMs and just texting, and she
Doesn't say a word about it.
Doesn't say a word about it. Doesn't say a word about it. Or you have a kid from her or whatever, and then you could be married to this woman and she gets pregnant by you, and she'll just go and get an abortion. You can't do nothing about it. This is absolutely a defiled and polluted society. This is exactly why the Lord needs to come back and destroy this place. And we can't do it right now, but the vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. There's plenty of women that we see that we wish there could be righteous judgment casted upon them.
Oh, and the thing is that we're going to be seeing that judgment with those chariots.
Yeah.
When the elect come down, Lord willing, we are those men. With those chariots, we're going to be shooting out those laser fire, right? We're going to be watching the America, Babylon, and the Great Burn with those nuclear fire, right? You're gonna be seeing these people, bro. You're going to be hearing them crying, screaming. You know what I'm saying? Those nukes, bro. And even if they escape all this judgment's coming, those nukes are still going to get them. There's no escaping these nuclear missiles.
It's going to hit you no matter what. This is the book of Proverbs 1 and 26. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear comes. So you women are going to reach the highest state of fear that you've ever had in your life. You're not going to be able to experience that amount of fear that is coming to you on that.
Because there's right now, like we said earlier, rise up, you women are at ease. Right, you women have been at ease for this whole time, but there's going to be a point where that shield, that force field that you have from Esau, Edom, that's going to be gone. That's going to be over. You're going to be like you're going to be a mire in the streets, bro. You're going to be trodden down as a mire in the streets, as the scriptures say. You're going to be like a sitting duck, and whoever the Lord whatever spirits the Lord sends out to get you, right? They're gonna get you, bro.
They're gonna get you.
Because you can't escape the judgment from the Lord, bro.
And it'll be one day He's gonna set it up to where he orchestrates something else the next day.
These women are not gonna be able to sleep, bro. Just think about it for a second, bro. Because a lot of these single mamas, they live in their houses with whomever, right? When all hell breaks loose, there's no police to call up, right? All the power is gonna shut off. How do you think she's gonna react? You might have a couple of neighbors that see you from across the street. I even saw this little kid. He knocked on this Keisha's door because she had a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? So your neighbors, they all know that you're this woman with a big booty or whatever you are. They see you. They're thinking about you. They're just looking for the right time.
Yeah.
So when all power's out, no more security cameras, no more police to call. You best believe, bro. A spirit's going to be on them to fucking take what they want, bro.
You got a Ring camera that stopped working.
Yep.
And you got 5 Jake Dreadhead beasts kicking your door down.
All from different angles. One going from the window, 2 breaking from the door. Yeah. Then they're going to come in your room. You're not going to hear that. You're not going to.
You got a little DeQuavius and your daughter Diamond screaming their fucking asses off, man, while they just kill them too. That's what's going to happen, man. These people are not going to spare no mercy because there are going to be certain spirits created for vengeance that are supposed to orchestrate the role that the Lord set forth to carry out those judgments. You got to understand that the Lord doeth all things. So all these crazy things that happen man does this, man does that, and it's insane. The
Oh.
Lord is setting that up. He is putting all the pieces together for those judgments to take place, one by one, piece by piece.
Can I say something real quick, Ak? Like, these women, a lot of them are into like weird sort of like masochism, the type of like, you know, just like being tied up, being chopped up with that fucking axe.
Yeah.
Like all this madness, right? That you know what's gonna actually happen to you, and it's not gonna be some sort of, you know, role play scenario. You know, it's not gonna be like you see in the movies. No, they're gonna tie you up and tape your fucking mouth shut, tie you to the fucking bed, and fucking do whatever you have to. They're gonna do whatever they want to do with you, and then after that, they're gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because what are they gonna do once they've used you? They're just gonna kill you
Yep.
and eat you after. I mean, that. Those are the times we're coming into. It's gonna be your worst nightmare, times 10. The Lord's gonna make it to where not only are you struck with the most fear and adrenaline in your life, but it's gonna be some scary, scary stuff. But with that, on the right hand side, you women that are sincere, that are watching, all this should strike fear. You know, this is exactly the examples of what you don't want to be. You don't want to be a wicked, punk-ass woman that's going to be caught for judgment, man. You want to be sincere, and the Lord will see that, and He'll put His right hand on you. Because, listen, this is the thing. We don't hate women. We hate wicked women. All right? And there's lots of wicked women. But there are sincere women out there. So there's the elect lady that the Lord, you know, is going to protect her in that day and predestine for salvation. It's not just going to be men. He's gonna predestine, you know, he's gonna predestine sincere sisters and women as well. But that's for you, you know, as well as the Akim out there as well watching, you brothers. This goes for both. To get right with the Lord, man, because this stuff is gonna happen, and pretty soon we're gonna reach Jacob's trouble in full effect. And you gotta make sure you have enough oil prepared, that you're doing everything you can to collect that oil, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, which is going to then be the stability of these times, the strength of the salvation.
Yeah. A lot of these women, some of them, because I'm sure some of them see our videos and they see it as some sort of joke. They're probably someone's probably watching it, going to be laughing.
These guys are crazy.
You're laughing, you're watching as entertainment, and you know if you're not one of these sincere women, fuck you. You know that's a judgment coming right to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be what in Ezekiel 9:6. You know, you're gonna be a part of that judgment, right? Is that all you have, Ak? Or
there's gonna be mass deletion, all right? There's gonna be to the point where it's gonna be normal to walk out and see dead bodies laying on the floor. You know,
like the heads like rolling like a bowling ball.
Because you've seen animals on certain, you know, main busy ways. You'll see like dead raccoon.
But you don't see any, you know, dead corpses. It's rare.
That's never gonna happen. You know, that's never gonna happen. Dead corpses. All right, and if that does happen, whatever reason, it's like damn.
Someone's usually there to pick it up. Like you know what I'm saying?
First of the body. There's gonna be no more picking up dead bodies. They're gonna be left there to rot. These project buildings with thousands of people that are already there pissing on the fucking floor, in the hallway, defiling it. Their own home, they're shitting where they sleep. All right, imagine the dead bodies that are going to just be piled up. They're going to just drag corpses and just lay them and stack them up to the end. There's going to be flies and maggots and rodents all around it. Just imagine the smell of a dead rat. You know, myself, you know, I picked up a fucking dead rat that the cats fucking killed the other day, and it had such a disgusting smell, and it was just a small piece. I can't imagine the smell of a dead body, magnified, hundreds of dead bodies piled in these places that are busy. Cities, New York, Chicago, Atlanta. These 2/3 are going to go head on with each other.
You're gonna be seeing a lot of naked dead bodies of these women.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like just in like they're like, you know, like whatever promiscuous clothes these women were wearing, like bikinis and spandexes and thongs and things of that nature. You're going to be seeing a lot of these women basically just dead on the streets wearing the same things they were wearing before, right? Because what does the scripture say? Let's bring this out. Because all hell is going to be breaking loose, and these people are still going to be out here partying, having whatever in the house of mirth. This is the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. In verse 39, it says, "But as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be." So these people, they're gonna still be partying, trying to have a great time. They're getting married.
Wedding. These adulterous ass women are doing shit. What color do you want the place to be for a wedding? Gold or silver? And then they're over here getting their back blown out by 5 other different men. The Lord is going to destroy you people. Alright? The Lord is going to destroy you people out here that want to play around and act like that, man. And just be wicked people. And it's a majority of you people, man. Because you don't love the things that the Lord loves, man. You love the world. Right? What does the scripture say? Love not the world or either the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Right? You people care more about Michael fucking Jordan, or your Jordan shoes, Coachella, GTA 6,
Justin Bieber,
World Cup, all this fucking distraction and bullshit, this circus show shit. You know what? You're just gonna be distracted in one big delusion, man. That the elect is gonna be prepared at this time. That's really what it's about, the elect. All this, what we're saying, all right?
this is for the elect.
This is only for the elect.
Because we don't care about, yeah, we know you ungodly people, we're going to be punished severely, but at the end of the day, bro, we're not going to even worry about it, right? Because, whatever's going to happen to you, you're already predestined for destruction anyway. You know what I'm saying? We're just here to, as mouthpieces of the Lord, we're prophesying these things as a warning for the elect, right?
Watchmen.
Right? Watching for our people, for the nation of Israel.
Only the nation of Israel.
Yep.
You 12 tribes, not for anybody else, not for you damn heathen nations. You guys are all going into captivity. This ain't for you. Pop off the channel.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I believe that we got everything we need to say.
That's all I have, Ak.
So with that being said, Lord willing, to edify this with the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. I want to give all glory, all honor, all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
the honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who move on and teach one in sincerity and charity, peace, and salutation unto those elect. Once again, this is the brother Yosaki with Brother Barak.
Shalom, shalom.